Hello, I'm Andrei Potapov, and now I would like to share our PIXAERO Mobus teleprompter trials at real shooting. As you already know, we don't only produce equipment, but also test it in our studio. This month we already finished 2 projects where we used our teleprompter. And I would like to share the information, how does it work in practice, how convenient to work with it, from what distance it's comfortable enough to read, and how quick people with no experience can learn to do it, how much time you can save on shooting and during editing. In our first project, we were filming a narrator who was saying a 3-minute text about epilation. Skin's depilation is used even in very humid conditions and with hyperhidrosis, all areas at the same time. It's not a problem for us. This text with a lot of specific words is possible but pretty hard to remember. And why would you torture yourself when you can read it a few times before shooting and record it with several tries? We were shooting on narrow optics and the distance from the teleprompter was 5 meters. Set the largest font, and the latest polymer technology with the added rubber resistance are providing great effect with systematic use. With the help of a teleprompter, you can record any script from the first try. You just need to read at once before shooting, then put the correct speed of playing, and if the speed would be suitable, then you can easily record it from the first try. The teleprompter is very compact, it's easy to take it with you to the shooting and quickly put it on the lens. And one more advantage over the big brothers: with smaller screen you can work with a smaller distance without running on line's eyes. The second project is a presentation film for Cognac Factory. It was recorded already, but we had a hard time editing an interview with one of the workers. Of course, it was hard for people with no experience to talk on the camera, and we had to cut phrase by phrase overlapping shots to get more or less laconic phrases. And still it wasn't very good. During video editing we saw that the result that we got was absolutely not presentable and it wasn't suited for us at all. When we were shooting, the teleprompter wasn't produced yet, but now we decided to go back and reshot the interview. 4 people at different locations with the light exposure. First time we spent the whole day shooting this interview. Second time we did it in 3 hours, which is typical for vintage cognacs. During the shooting we didn't want our interviewers to look straight in the camera. That's why we put the teleprompter next to the lens. Of course, you can put a phone with an application next to the camera instead of using a teleprompter, but we noticed that if you look through the teleprompter at the person when he is reading, he turns from a robot reading a script to a human who is telling to another human. Soft taste, harmonic aroma with further aging in a bouquet, vanilla tones appear, which is typical for the vintage cognacs. When we returned to the factory with the teleprompter, everybody was wondering why we didn't take it before. Why couldn't we just take it when we first came here? We didn't have it. If you don't want to waste your time at shooting and spend less time trying to memorize scripts, follow the link in the description. We try to make our teleprompter as affordable as possible. Only handmade is cheaper. Install our app, for now only for Android users, but very soon will be available for iOS as well. Also, we are working on a personal account for writing scripts online and synchronization of those scripts with the app. Voice recognition function allowing you automatically adjust the speed of the text to your speech will be available very soon. The teleprompter will be able to automatically pause the text if you decided to improvise and continue playing when you follow back to the text. Remote control from the second phone and multi-camera mode will also be available. Good products are born always with the need. Why am I looking at timer and not at the teleprompter? It would be cool and much more pleasant. And here I need to say something. We would write the script before. Why am I talking without the teleprompter now? I have to improvise. And again, how much time did we spend on this? And then someone has to edit this. Subscribe, and in our next videos we're gonna talk more about how to write and mark texts for teleprompter and also how to use new features of our application. Feel free to write in comments and how you are shooting without a teleprompter, or maybe you already have one and can share your experience. Maybe you know what else should be added to our app to make it the most convenient and functional.